What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a, not really a different video, but some questions from the internet. What are these questions about, Ben?
According to the New York Times, there are 36 questions that lead to love. So either we're going to get to know each other really well and love each other, or you guys are going to. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? I'm going to say Bernie Sanders. A year ago, that would have been so fast for me to say Bernie Sanders, but my answer is still probably Bernie Sanders. He seems like he'd be a cool guy to just hang out and talk to about what's going on in the world.
I don't know. I can't think of, like Dr. Phil. Like,
Yeah.
I just think he'd be an interesting person to talk to.
Maybe. Okay, cool. Number 2, would you like to be famous? In what way? It'd be nice in the sense that it's nice to, I think, be influential. I think a lot of people want to be famous, but a lot of people don't really know what goes along with it. So yeah. I don't want a lot of, like, necessarily the hassles that go along with being famous.
I think I'd reword it. I don't want to be famous so much as I want to be able to be an influencer.
Yeah, I want to be able to, like, affect things that are going on in the world.
Like, I less care about everyone knowing me and liking me a lot. It's more just I want to be able to affect change, I think, is the thing for me.
Yeah, same. Okay, number 3. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
Yes.
Yeah. Why? So I don't mess it up.
Like, I don't, because if I don't, I'll, like, I always get really nervous when I have to leave someone like a voicemail, because I know it's going to be recorded. And it starts, and I'm just like, but, like, you can't, like, hang up and try it again, because then they have 2 messages from you that are, like, awkward. So you guys have to go with it. Like, my name, Carl, phone number, call back now.
Okay,
yeah.
Bye. I love you. Bye. What would constitute a perfect day for you? I wake up, not necessarily, like, with an alarm or anything. I just wake up, but it's not, like, super late in the day, so I didn't, like, waste all the day. So I, like, wake up. It's a little bit, like, maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then you get up and you, like, take a shower or whatever. You get dressed. You have, like, a nice breakfast. Maybe you go outside for a walk. You maybe film some videos. I don't know. Work on just something that you're passionate about. Hang out with friends. Maybe have, like, a picnic or something. That sounds fun. And then go to sleep.
All right. You wake up fairly early. I don't know. Maybe, like, 7 or 8. But, like, you're rested to the smell of bacon and eggs.
Okay.
It's delivered to you in bed. You eat it while, I don't know.
Since already I have a thought. Since you're getting up an hour before me, how about you make the bacon and eggs and then bring it to me?
That's not a perfect day for me. It's a perfect day for you.
Yeah, but it's perfect day for me.
How about we just have someone else make us both bacon and eggs an hour apart?
All right, cool. I'll take that. Or let's just, you get up at the later end of your spectrum, and I get up right at the beginning, so we both get up at 8.
Okay, new perfect day. We both get up at 8.
We're both waking up at 8 o'clock, and then we're just eating bacon and eggs all day. The end. When did you last sing to yourself? To someone else? I honestly can't remember any time in my life where I sang to someone else, except maybe, like, in, like, a school play when I was in preschool. But I occasionally sing to myself in the car if I'm just driving.
Yeah, I'll sing to myself a lot in the car. Sometimes in the showers, people do. To other people, I mean, if it counts to post something on Instagram, probably the last time was posting something on Instagram, however recent that was. But other than that, like, an actual physical person in real life, I don't remember.
If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? I'm pretty sure
the mind.
Yeah, me too. I'd probably want the mind, but also, can you imagine being in a 90-year-old body?
But I was gonna say, yeah, but then.
But also, I do think the mind is. I'd rather
be sane and, like, have some physical issues than, like, have the body of a 30-year-old, which I feel like would just be creepy when you're 90.
Yeah.
And then, like,
you just have
there's, like, no wrinkles,
but you're like, oh god.
Like, your face looks really old, but then, like, you take off your shirt and you just, like, a completely
it's just like the body, but your face and your head is all old.
That's kind of how I pictured it in my head. Like, you just have, like, the head of Bernie Sanders, but then, like, the body of like, young Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
No, but every time I get in the car, I have this, like, horrible feeling that I'm gonna, like, hit someone. There's the whole, like, vehicular manslaughter thing where you can go to jail for, like, a complete accident, and, like, that always freaks me out. I get in the car, and then, like, I see people walking across the street. I'm like, don't walk across the street near me, because there's an off chance it could happen. I don't want to go to jail because you were being dumb.
I feel like I'm either gonna die in, like, a really dumb way where, like, oh, he tripped down the stairs and broke his neck, or I'm just gonna get really old and die. You'd be the guy that chokes on the cherry stem.
Yes, that's where I was going with that. Like I'm gonna be one of those like random statistics where it's like you hear people say like more people die from choking on cherry stems than they do from like terrorism or like whatever, like shark attacks. I'm gonna be that one person who creates that statistic.
Name 3 things that you and your partner appear to have in common.
You're my video making partner.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's go with that.
I feel like 99% of things about us are in common.
What do we have in common? We make videos together. I'm gonna name mine 3, then you do your 3. We make videos together, or we both make YouTube videos. We are both guys. We both wear clothing.
We both have hair, both went to independent study, both have noses.
Yeah.
Bam.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
All of the opportunity that I have to be able to make videos on the internet for the small audience that we have and go to a good school and have an apartment and all the privilege, I guess, that I have.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is I think a lot of people with the amount of privilege that we have, whether it be like white privilege, the privilege of being upper class, living in America, we basically like all of the good things, we got all of them. Like we really won the lottery with how things go. And I'm definitely the most grateful just about all of those things, and I hope that I'm not wasting that privilege that I've been
that's, I
given
think,
by
the
society.
thing. One of my bigger fears that I have is that I'll waste that privilege.
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? I don't know, because then I'd be a different person, and
I'm cool with how I was raised, honestly. I'm
pretty alright.
I think I turned out fine. So
I'm afraid. Well, I'm just afraid that if you change, like, you don't know what's gonna happen, like the butterfly effect. So, like,
if you kill baby Hitler, what happens?
If you change something about like the way I was raised, I might be an asshole. And I think I'm not an asshole, but maybe I am. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
Okay, let's like turn that into like 20 seconds.
Okay, 20 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. Life story.
Me?
Yes, go.
Okay, well, I was born in Arkansas, then I moved to Illinois, then I was there for a little bit, I don't really remember it. Went to Montessori preschool, that was cool. I got a Game Boy Advance, it was great. Then I moved to California.
Are you halfway through your life?
Spent most of my life there.
You're taking a lot more time.
It hasn't been 20 seconds yet. I spent most of my life there. I grew up there, elementary school, middle school, high school, met you, started YouTube, moved to LA, went to college. It's pretty great. Now we're making this video. Bam.
Okay, give me a countdown.
How long was that?
That was 20 seconds. I counted up to 20.
Oh, really? Cool.
Okay, give me a countdown.
I like that I felt the need to throw the Game Boy Advance in there. It was a really important part of my childhood.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I was born in, like, the town basically right over from where I grew up. Then I grew up in that town, and I, like, went to private school for my entire life, and, like, I learned a lot of stuff, and, it was really crazy, but I wasn't really, like, emotionally developed. So then I went to high school, and I, like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. And then I met Carl, and we made videos together, and now we're here.
Ding.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Okay, for a second I was gonna go like unrealistic with this and say the ability to fly because that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but
I'm thinking maybe
I really want to be able to play the piano like really well. I think that'd be cool.
I think singing really well would be kind of cool.
Or just speaking a different language really well.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, like Italian or something. But just like the ability to just like really easily carry on a conversation with a stranger, that'd be cool to have too. Set 2, question number 13. If a crystal ball can tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I feel like, again, that's one of those ones where like I don't want to know, because if you know, then you'll change things.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
I can't think of anything immediately.
Something that I've dreamed of doing for a long time. I don't know. Well, it's something that we're kind of doing right now, which is like starting our own business and that kind of stuff.
I guess,
and that's something that
we are doing
for a
it.
long time. We've dreamed of doing, and we have actually been doing it for a while. And I think we're really close to actually being able to like make enough money where I can move out on my own, and like you and I maybe could get an apartment together and
hopefully
basically just
we can get
grow
that
a business.
guy to bring us bacon and eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Get a personal assistant. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? I think just getting to where I am right now.
Yeah, getting that's pretty surviving
crazy.
To be 18 years old.
I'm 19.
We were born first, so you cheated. Whatever. Yeah. It's fine.
What do you value most in a friendship? I think
honesty and trust.
Compassion.
But like actually.
I think just the ability to get along and like have a conversation and like shared interests. Like the reason you and I have gotten along for so long is because we have something that we're like working on together, and we have shared interests, and we have like similar opinions on things.
I think that works really well for friends. I don't think being the exact same works as well for relationships, but for friends it works great.
Mm-hmm. What is your most treasured memory?
I have no idea. I don't treasure my past very much because I feel like
I'm not a super sentimental person.
I feel like I'm very nostalgic, but I don't really have like a most treasured memory. I kind of just look back and I'm like, wow, I kind of sucked as a person. but now I'm a little better. But then there are like some things where I'm like, oh, that was fun. But like, I don't have a most treasured memory. Like, I don't live for this one moment in the past.
Yeah. What's a nice memory then? In the behind the scenes of on our website, there's that one video where you're squishing the banana.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I think that's probably the time I
we were laughing
hardest.
So hard.
You were just like leaning over me, like crushing a banana, and it's just spewing out of your fingers. What's your most terrible memory?
I also don't really feel like I have a terrible memory that I live to forget. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's really deep. And I have no idea. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, what would you change about the way you're living now? I think what this question is trying to ask is like, why aren't you doing exactly what you want to be doing in your life right now? And I think that I am. So I don't know that I would change anything.
For the most part, I think that I am also. Because again, like in that circumstance, if I knew I was going to die in a year, like I probably wouldn't stay in school.
Which
sounds bad, but like...
At the same time, I don't think I'd really change anything about my life, and I wouldn't... I probably, for the most part, wouldn't change anything about my life because I wouldn't want anyone to know that I was going to die in a year because I just wouldn't want anyone to be sad around me all the time.
I would cut out things that like I feel obligated to do as someone who's going to grow old.
Like taxes. What does friendship mean to you?
It means that you're friends. Next.
Okay, we're just running through. What roles do love and affection play in your life? They play...
The roles of love and affection.
Exactly. 22. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic about your partner. You got some nice hair.
You got some nice hair.
How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? I feel like...
My family's a solid 98.6.
Good one.
The perfect body temperature.
I feel like my childhood was...
The warmest.
Was filled with a lot of like independence. And I think that was a really good thing for me. Was now I'm not necessarily like dependent on my parents for support, which it's good that it's to the point where if I do need something or I do need to talk to them, I totally can, but I don't feel the need to all the time.
I feel the same way. I'm close with my family, but I don't like rely on them.
Yeah, exactly. 24. How do you feel about your relationship with your mother? It's really good. I really like my mom.
Pretty much what I just said.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Hey, Mom.
Catch me outside.
Okay, we just blasted through set 2. Set 3. Question number 25. Okay. Make 3 true we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling... ...
Okay, I got this.
We are both in this room filming a video. Let's just make 3 in total. Okay.
We are both...
You start it, and then we both try to finish it with the same thing at the same time.
Okay. We are both in this room...
Breathing
the air.
It doesn't have to be in this room.
Well, that was the one that they gave.
We both enjoy...
Kayaking.
I've
been once.
We did that pedal boat thing together.
We have all... I feel like all the water sports I've ever done are on camera with you.
I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
My love for murder.
For murder, she wrote.
What?
Just to turn it around. Your love for murder, she wrote, rather than your love for murder. You just didn't finish your sentence. For people who are watching.
I'm just kidding. That's horrible.
I wish I had someone with whom I could share
a
pizza.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to share my pizza. My pizza's my pizza.
A large pizza.
A large pizza.
A large
I wish I had someone
pizza.
with whom I could share a pizza so large that I have no choice but to share it.
Yeah. I wish I had someone with whom I could share a pizza big enough to feed the entire world. If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for him or her to know.
I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with the internet and YouTube. I feel like you
too.
should know that before...
I feel like you should know that about me.
I feel like before we
I feel like I really enjoy making videos. If you're not into that, I feel like we can't be friends anymore. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time. Saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
I love you.
I love you. Moving on. 29.
Pulling a Ted Mosby.
I think I'm in love with you.
What?
Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. I was at like this birthday party and I had to pee really, really bad. And I didn't pee in my pants, but I made it all the way home, and just before I got into my bathroom, I peed my pants. Like literally like 2 steps away from it.
There was a time recently where I had met someone and they gave me a ride back to my car, and then so like her backpack was sitting on the car seat, so I moved it to the floor and got in the car, and she drove me back to mine. And then when I got out of the car, I was like putting the backpack back on the seat, and she freaked out because she thought I was gonna steal it. So
man.
that wasn't so much as embarrassing for me as it was for her, I feel like, because I just think it's funny.
I would have just been like, "Oh, I want to die now."
But like I didn't do anything. Like because then she realized that she made a mistake, and I was just like putting it back and being nice, and she was like, "Oh, this sucks." So yeah.
Tell your partner something that you like about them already. Man, I already like the fact that you like making YouTube videos.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wow, we're meant to be together. If you were to die this evening,
Why are there so many questions like this?
I don't know. With no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet? I'm pretty sure, like, my life is pretty.
I tried
closed
not
up.
to be.
I haven't left any strings that I haven't mended or whatever. What metaphor am I going for? I don't know, but
I mean, I was a little bit thinking about this sort of recently, like a couple weeks ago, and I sent a bunch of messages to like close friends and stuff, telling them how I feel. But like, I don't really feel like I leave things unsaid with people very much, or like yell and then like slam the door and then never talk to someone again. Like I feel like I'm fairly like upfront when it comes to that kind of thing.
Your house, containing everything you own, catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be and why? I feel like I don't attach a lot of sentiment to objects.
I don't.
But I'm really trying to think.
It depends on where my mindset would be, because if I have my hard drive with all our videos on it, I definitely want to go get that. I mean, I don't know. There isn't anything I can think of that like I'd really want to save that's like a super... I mean, there are things that I attach sentiment to, but not so much to where I'd like run back into a burning building to get them. I don't think I would do that.
Alexa.
Yeah, I would go save Alexa.
Shut up.
I would save you in a fire.
Of all the people in your family, whose death would you find the most disturbing and why?
That's so sad. Like,
Yeah, let's
like,
skip that one.
Anyone in my close family, I feel
That
like
would be
disturbing.
awful. Okay, 36. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it.
Okay, I have this thing where I want to get more subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how to do it. I just feel like it's so hard to find people to collaborate with, and I don't know how to I just don't know how to do it. It's so frustrating. It's just, if only there was like a tool.
Let me just stop you right there. Because for the last year and a half, you and I have been working on a website for that specific problem.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
If you have a YouTube channel and you want to collaborate with someone, you just go to sidekickcollab.com and then you just let Sidekick analyze your channel and find other people for you to collaborate with.
That seems so perfect. Why haven't I already signed up?
Wow, we actually have already, but you should if you haven't.
I like that you got where I was going with that.
SidekickCollab.com. What is your most favorite memory on this channel? So what's something that we did that you really, really liked? Tell us in the comments below. Bam, there you go.
If you're brand new to the channel, you can always just do like a favorite memory in your own life.
Yeah, sure. But that's boring. If you're new to the channel, just go back and watch all of our old videos.
And then find a favorite moment.
Yeah, so that's it for this video. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, you can go to CarlxBen.com, and there should be like a form where you can just give us your ideas for videos, and we'll take them and we'll make them into videos.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already followed us on our social media platforms, you can do so by heading to @CarlxBen on pretty much like anywhere where there's a social platform. We're most active on Instagram and Twitter. We live stream every Wednesday and other days as well on Instagram. So that's fun, and you should join us because we always have a blast.
Also, if you haven't already and you want to subscribe to this channel, you can click that like orb thing up there. Whoa, cool, orb, it's our logo. Also, if you want to watch more videos from us, there's some videos on our chests. Actually, it's like a little bit out here.
Yeah,
it's out there.
It's like
so
slightly.
Here's our videos, and you can click them, and we'll see you in that video. Okay, bye.
Bye.